Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Coach's Corner. Zim here, and joining me is.
Us.
The boys.
That's right, the boys. The boys are back.
The colorful
So
cast of characters.
we've got Kevin, our beloved Alpha Dork. We've got Captain Ron, and we have Peter slash Graz. So
Hi, I'm Peter
the
slash
gang's
Graz.
all here.
And Zim is, of course, Dale. I don't know why
Yes.
that never gets mentioned, but
I don't know. No one really refers to me by name during these things, and it seems like
That's right, Dale.
Thanks, man. So we've got another week done. We didn't get a wrap up done last week, so we may have a few changes in the Hall of Fame
Looking forward to it.
numbers this week. But let's just quickly get into it. We're not going to spend much time on this one. So why don't we just talk about the last week, and then we can get on to the upcoming week.
Well, these games all look interesting, but I think the one we need to focus on the most is Leather Pharaohs somehow losing to the Honey Boys.
Against all
Against
all predictions.
all
Yeah.
predictions.
Yeah, somehow they dropped this one.
yeah.
But I don't know. Is there anything humorous happened in that game, Ron? None of us, of
No,
course, joined
absolutely
you to watch
not.
that. Okay. So, as expected, Ron took one 3-0 from the AI team. So that brings us to last night's game, the stealth game that I thought I was going to check in on, and realized that the message had gone up a couple hours earlier.
I wasn't there for it, but I would like to say Rob, that's Stonegazer, was
Mhm.
talking some serious trash in our Discord.
Oh yeah.
Only for me to look up the game afterwards and find out that not only was it a 1-1 tie, he also did not put out any permanent injuries on the goats.
Well, he was shit talking like he destroyed them.
Yes.
And we all know that Peter only measures success by permanently inflicting injuries.
Exactly.
Well,
done.
I would like to point out he said, and I quote, that they had taken the best cuts of goat,
Right.
implying that there were some dead
There
or
was
dying
slaughter.
goats.
Yeah, I assumed there was slaughter. That's why I asked in the channel.
There are no dead or dying goats. There are goats with gouged eyes and sore backs.
Well, again, I'm not exactly disappointed, but I'm disappointed in Rob for misleading everyone.
Yeah.
So
I
Rob,
opened the
shame.
game to see, oh no, what kind of damage was done to the goats, only to find none.
You should
no
be,
damage.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Rob. Shame.
Shame.
All right. So none of us saw the game. Unfortunately, I haven't even had a chance. Peter, you said you took a look at the results, but
Yeah, 3 injuries
Yeah.
for Quango, 1 injury for the goats.
Yeah, he'll have 3 missing against his next week's opponent. I don't know who that is yet.
well,
That is,
we're gonna find out pretty soon, I think.
I was just looking at that actually.
Well, let's
No,
not
that's
talk about
you,
it now.
isn't it, Ron?
Let's not give up the plot until later. We only have so much material we have to cover. So,
Next game.
3. That is you, Peter, playing against Miles and his Metal Gods.
I'll take a moment to talk about this one.
Sure.
I was there, so I can
Yes.
chip in after you.
We've all seen Miles play and create his 3x3 square of
His,
orc
his hefty boys.
scrum. We've all seen it. And you know what? I was sick of it. I got a wizard and I threw a fireball at that thing, and you know what? It worked great.
It was a pretty impressive fight. Normally, they don't give the kind of return that was impressive. You also had a solid plan to goad out Viv and got him off the field turn 1. I think that
Yes,
was actually
injured.
that was actually I think the turning point. You
Yeah.
took his biggest hitter out.
Badly hurt Viv turn 1, who is the 3rd highest level player in the league, next to Dirty Mike and Cindy Clopper.
Yep.
Yeah, took him out turn 1 and killed a black orc, I think turn 2 or 3.
A goblin killed a black orc, if I
Yes,
remember.
a goblin killed a black orc. That was a little later than turn 3, but I wanted to play a fast game of attrition, try to get his guys off the field, and it worked out in my favor. The other thing I'd like to say is that Ron made a prediction for this game that Dirty Mike would kill one player. His prediction said the Metal Gods would win, so he was wrong on that count. But Dirty Mike did kill one player. And it was not an orc.
Right. It was someone good though, wasn't it? That's
Yes,
right.
It was the first time I've seen it happen, Peter, but go ahead.
Dirty Mike ate Pretty Boy the Third. And now his son, Pretty Boy the Durable, has joined the team.
Isn't that the
But he
fourth
looks so
Pretty Boy?
tasty.
That is the fourth Pretty Boy.
Yeah, I thought so.
I feel at this point you failed by not naming him Pretty Boy the Snack Sized.
Well, that will be
Where-
his son.
Where were you 2 weeks ago when he was, probing for names?
I didn't have the inspiration, though.
Yeah. Or Fun Size would be even better.
Or the fun side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fun Size Pretty Boy will be his son.
So yeah, that one again, Dirty Mike takes that one 2-1, and
Yeah,
then
he played the game well, but he couldn't overcome the loss of some key players early on.
and then we have and Sabiner's Minions and the Warpstone Warriors.
I didn't see this game.
Did Kevin, Ron, did you guys hang around for that one?
I did see the game, but I'll be quite honest, I don't remember anything that happened. It was
From what I recall, it was kind of a one-side. It was expected to be a one-sided slaughter because all of
He
the
was
key
badly
players on the
damaged.
Warpstone Warriors were out.
Yeah, I think our predictions may have reflected that,
Yes, they did.
as I recall.
We all predicted this one correctly.
All right, so we have really nothing to comment on that about. So let's move on to my game against Dane and his Khazad Doom Patrol.
An upset.
A bit of an upset because, I
An upset only in TV. And I can comment to that after you're done if you want.
Oh, I was just going to say, I kind of,
Yeah.
the second half, or the second part of the first half, my dice actually started rolling normally.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Kevin, because it was not an upset only TV, because the Khazad-dûm Patrol had 2 wins going into that match, and the Wood Elves had none.
My line of reasoning is Dane has gotten very good at this game.
Mm-hmm.
Due to the league he is in, he has not faced a lot of high agility teams.
That is true.
That's
Playing
true.
the Woodies are a skill set. Playing any high agility team. I mean, Skaven are there, but the Wood Elves play different than Skaven do. You need to know how to handle them.
Yeah, they do. That's
Yep.
Well, that's the thing with the Skaven. You've got not everyone on the team has that high agility.
Yeah, no.
Like-
Any Wood Elf player is potentially a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, I had some good luck on that one. A couple of the score is as high as it was just because of a couple lucky turnovers and me managing to take advantage and luckily get a couple passes out and things worked well. It was nice to have a win.
That's the thing. Nothing away from Dane. He's come up long ways as a
Dane
coach.
played a great game and rolled like crap. So
Well, and that last part is normally Dane's Blood Bowl experience as I've seen it.
well, and
I'm
that's
gonna-
why the two of us coming together. I thought he would fall on the right side of that one, but apparently I did.
I'm looking at the injuries for the game right now. Well, the SVP anyway. It looks like the Enchanted Florist managed to injure 1 player, but the Khazad-dûm hit back with 3.
Right, so I had 3 injured on that one.
Yes.
I think that was in the first half too, because things were looking bad for the first 4 or 5 turns. So let's just move on to Delivery Boys and Kevin's Lurg. You got your tie.
It's a
Your
game that
value
should have
tie.
ended 1-0 for the boys, but once again, the Lurg tied a game they had no right tie.
Right, that's right. You threw one of your crazy 5+ passes with a 5+
Oh, yeah,
catch or something.
Well, and it would have been 0-0, but he got some very, very good one-die blocks to move the ball into a whole mess of big chaos beefy warriors that were pinning it on the ground to get his touchdown. So I guess it's only fair that I made the 5+ run to come back on that.
Well, good for you though.
Yeah, it was a well played 1-1 game.
There you go. And that's all you ever want.
No,
That's all you want this season.
I tell you, I'd be happy if every game I played ended with no score.
Well, let's that wraps up the last week. Why don't we take a look at next week? And I guess I haven't even looked at it. I have not pre-planned any predictions. I don't know what you guys.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I
But
haven't looked ahead either.
all right, here
I
we go.
get to take my vengeance on Quango.
Okay, well, I see on the very first one, the dreaded Lurg are playing the Leather Pharaohs. They're coming back. They're coming off of a nasty loss to Ron, so I think they'll be looking for blood. You might be in trouble, Kevin.
The lone win my team possesses is against the computer.
Yeah.
And we are hoping that I can repeat that feat.
Well, let's hope.
At worst, I feel I will tie them.
Well, I got good news for you. One of their skeletons did lose a point of agility.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dead then.
Yeah, they're actually less agile than a normal Khemri team.
There's still a lot of strength 5 jerks I got to worry about, but we'll do our best.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Khemri. They're so bad at even picking up the ball that suddenly they're stuck in a stink zone, and it makes it even harder.
Yeah, I think every attempt to pick up the ball in that game for the Khemri will be a 6+.
Actually, the stink zone doesn't make it harder to pick the ball up. It makes it harder to pass it or catch it.
Right. Move the ball.
Yeah,
To move the ball once they've picked it up. I'm very good at getting tackle zones on that ball.
So any handoff in that game will be a 6+.
Yes, it will be unpleasant.
All right, so I think we can. I'll boldly make my prediction as dreaded Lurg win on that one.
Yeah, I will do that as well.
I think so.
I will boldly go there as well. I think I can actually get the W on this one as opposed
Well,
to
status quo is maintained. Then nobody then can move ahead of the others on this prediction since we all predicted the same result. That takes us to the second game, and that is Delivery Boys and the Khazad Doom Patrol. That's an interesting matchup.
That is.
Like you said, Dane has been coaching some very good Blood Bowl lately. He's coming off a tough loss. Yep. But Blair is also, he's been a good coach. He knows what he's doing with those Skaven. How do you feel about this one, Peter?
I'm not sure. It's too, like you said, Dane isn't well versed in playing agility teams, and Skaven are one of those teams. However, Blair is not well versed in playing his Skaven team as an agility team.
Yes, you've mentioned that before. Oddly enough,
he tries to outstrength his opponent in every game. Against me, it worked. Against most opponents, it won't. So, I'm gonna give this one to the dwarves because I don't know how he's gonna handle actually having to agility through his way through the game.
Well, yeah, and
I'm going to also go with the Doom Patrol to win, simply because the boys are missing some of the beef that they would need to stand up against a whole lot of dwarves. I could see them breaking badly, and then Dane marches to victory.
I will call Dane's victory too, particularly if he just lets his dwarves do the work and remembers to keep his ridiculously fast hobgoblin as the safety that entire game. He should never go anywhere but behind his lines, ready to catch an errant Skaven.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm 50-50 on this one, so I'm just going to go against the grain and call this one for the boys. I'm going to assume that Dane's bad die rolling will continue for one more game. So I'm going to call Delivery Boys to win.
As I've said multiple times, the last half of the season, the Delivery Boys have had it too good for too long.
That's true. They did have it very good for a while.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, that brings us to I get to host the Warpstone Warriors. Well, I'm not sure how are they. What kind of shape are they in now? Those Warriors.
I'll pull that up.
Okay, because they went to the last game badly damaged, but I'm assuming that's
They've got everyone but a thrower, although their only thrower for the game is completely unskilled on SPP. I think he was just bought for the last game.
Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call myself to win because I'm going to be trying in this game.
Well, then that really is the key to victory.
Well, what if I want it more than he does, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go contrary on this one, and I'm going to call a tie. But I'm going to put the caveat on it of this one's going to go 3-3, and someone's gonna pull the tie out on like some whacked out turn 16 play.
Okay, well that's very specific.
And I hope I'm there to see it. I picture a lot of scoring in this game with you two playing each other.
Well, I guess we'll find out. That's 3-3. That'd be kind of an awesome game, though.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
All right.
It's a team that doesn't outstrength you, and that's I want to say kind of rare in this league.
Yeah, they out armor me.
They out armor you, but not by much.
By much.
Because what? All your guys are 7 except for the tree.
Except for
all their guys are 7 except for the storm vermin and the rat ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got those storm vermin are a little tougher. So
yeah, he's got the one storm vermin with extra armor.
Right, so I won't even bother trying to injure that guy because that's always my strategy is try and out injure the other team.
Yeah, usually.
That's the key to winning with Wood Elves.
So I don't know. It could go one way or the other based on how the rolls land, but I think because it's not going to be a high injury game and he does have a deeper bench than you, I think he's going to be lacking in the power on the field compared to you. Whereas you'll have, let me see, you'll have one journeyman player bring you up, what, 70k?
I guess.
So you'll have 200 to spend, but your opponent is going to have 2 players on the bench at all times, unless there are injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not playing to injure, you're playing to get past him, that bench is going to be wasted TV for the game.
Well, that's true.
I can see this going in your favor, just because of that.
Well, make your call.
I'm going to call it for you.
All right, and Ron?
I'm also going to take the Florists. I think they're finding their stride.
Yeah, they had one game where they didn't roll double ones 800 times. So, yes, the worm has turned. Okay, and Sabiner's minions play the Metal Gods. Okay, well,
I'll go.
Kevin,
I think I'm not sure how. I don't think Viv was a long-term injury, was it? I got checked.
No, he'll be back next game.
I really feel that Mark is going to feel the brunt of Miles losing the game against you, Peter.
But will that make him more reckless?
No. I don't know if it'll make him more reckless. He's going to put the ball in that outer cage and dare Mark to come get it. I know how Miles works.
And then the other thing, will Ensabanor pay the money for a wizard? Because it would be wise to do so.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to get the lucky roll in the fireball, but it's still just one play.
That's one play, and it can go badly wrong.
Yes.
It can, but it's the best shot you have of breaking that 7 guard cage.
Yeah, I don't know as I said, I'm just gonna. I think Miles is gonna be hungry for a victory after the loss to you, and I think Mark's gonna feel that.
PSA to everyone going up against the Metal Gods: buy wizards until he stops doing that. It's a good way to turn the game around.
The more you know.
I think wizard or not doesn't matter. Miles is taking that game.
I would say, Peter, I would play exactly the way Miles does, wizard on your side or not.
No matter what, I think Mark is definitely in tough, and I think the odds are against him. I don't think it's a lock, but I think definitely Miles has the edge.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to whether or not he can make a play with those werewolves to get that ball in a tough position. If he can get that ball and score on Miles's half, let's say he takes the ball at the start of the game, runs it in, at turn 8.
Yeah.
Miles gets the ball, scores on turn 5, 6 somehow. If that happens, those werewolves can get it in the last 2
Well,
turns.
I think Miles is experienced enough now that he'll just play for the tie if that happens.
Well, it could be. But if he's playing for the tie with those big slow orcs, there's a decent chance that he doesn't make it in on turn 16. So that's the way I see N7er winning, but I still have to give it to Middle Gods.
Fair.
Okay, then let's move on to your matchup, Peter. Dirty Mike and a gang host Legend of Quango. After their remarkable destruction of the goats. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's right. He only said that, but it wasn't
Really
true.
feels like Peter tossed down the gauntlet just right out of the gate with talking about those comments. So
Yeah.
It happened today, all right? Everything else that happened this week was a month ago. So that's what I got.
Why don't you talk about that game, Peter, since you're in it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna win that game.
Yeah, you think you're going to win that game?
That's all I got. Any more insight would be giving him an idea of my game plan,
Oh,
and I
that's
know he
true.
watches these.
Yes, he does.
I'm going to say
That's why I'm
that,
taunting him relentlessly.
Yeah. True enough. I'm going to say it's going to end up in a draw, but I will predict again, Dirty Mike kills somebody.
I hope so.
Oh, another draw.
I was right last week.
On technicality, but yeah.
yeah, I'm coin flipping this one in my head. I can see cases for both sides, and I don't see it ending in a tie. That's the thing.
I think those lizards are going to come in with a false sense of security because they think they think they beat the goats last time, and so I think Dirty Mike will win. My call is Dirty Mike on this one.
Oh, I feel like I should go against the grain, but actually, your game plans have been solid lately, Peter. I'll give it to you, Dirty Mike.
Peter has been playing more
I'll
to
do
win than he used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Dirty Mike's level 6, and I don't see him ever getting to level 7, honestly.
But it would be amazing if he was the first player in our league who did that.
It would be amazing. And you know what? If it wasn't going to be, if it wasn't going to be Zevon,
That's right.
If it wasn't going to be Zevon, I'm happy that it's Dirty Mike. Let's put it that way.
If there's a player in this league who's hitting level 7 first, it is definitely Cindy Clopper, and has nothing to do with Dirty Mike and the gang.
Well,
You're
we'll
thinking
see about
Clopper's making it out of the next game alive, eh?
I think a little more than that. Let's talk about that, shall we?
that. Let's talk about that. Why don't you address that, Ron?
Because I don't want to give. Well, if I give up too much my game plan.
Oh yeah, well, obviously.
Well, wait. I've been asked to be kind in the.
I thought you said he was a coward and that there was nothing he could do to stop anyone this entire time.
I was told to be kind this time, so all I'm going to say is I'm going to beat the goats.
Okay.
Why do you say that, Ron?
Because courage will prevail.
There it is.
And there's nothing like a Viking that's an oily Viking that isn't courageous.
Well, and I've always said though that is Ron's superpower, courage.
Is being an oily Viking?
Yeah, that too. I have the courage.
That's right.
I have one question. Is Cartouche injured?
Let me check.
Okay, so if he's injured, Kevin will call it for the goats.
He is not.
Then he's going to call it for the Honey Boys.
No. I would definitely call it for the goats if he would just do the right thing and fire that stupid Minotaur. There,
he's actually down Hugh McGregor, Warren Goats, and Goatsart.
Yeah. It's fun to see who he's down. Yeah, he's
All
still got I'm gonna do the crazy thing and call this one a tie. I think that I think all the constant needling and the tie with Rob last week in a good game. I think it's gonna be a tie. I do.
Yeah.
He would win.
I think
I would call the win for Nicholas due to all the taunting that's obviously probably riled him up.
I think that Nicholas has too deep of a bench.
He's playing Cartouche, and that will make it a tie.
I think that Nicholas has too deep of a bench, and that having 3 players injured actually helps him because there's a higher concentration of Chaos Warriors on his team and less Beastmen. However, he still does have Cartouche, and Cartouche is a liability in 90% of the games he plays.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, maybe Nicholas got lucky and he goes.
I'm gonna call it a tie.
All right. Well, I am going to go a little differently because he was on a roll in the first part of the season, and since the second part, he has just stalled. And I think the Goats are due for a win. So I'm going to call this one for the Goats. Sorry, Ron.
You don't have to be sorry. You just have to be wrong.
Fair enough. All right. So
what was yours, Kevin? Sorry.
Oh, I picked for the tie.
Yeah, Kevin called a tie.
He would win, but he's playing Cartouche. That makes it a tie.
All right, let's take a look at the standings then. We have, let's see. Oh, we have a firm grasp of first place for Dirty Mike and the gang.
Yep.
And then a big second place tie going on between Legend of Quango, Honey Boys, and Metal Gods. So this is we've got a pretty tight field here.
That game between Quango and I is going to determine first place, unless we draw, in which case the other game might determine first place.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Or Norse or Metal Gods.
So then we have, let's see, 5th place, we have the Delivery Boys. And in 6th place, En Sabanur. And then, let's see, wait, that's 3, 6. So then we have a tie. It's, I have one less win than the others, but I have 3 draws and they don't have any. So that ties us up with 6 points each for the Florist, the Warpstone Warriors, and the Kaza Doom Patrol. And then down to the Goats in 10th place, with a 1, 2, and 2 record, followed by Kevin's Nurgle. Still no wins, but this second part of the
tied
season.
For you with ties, and I think that's his goal. So as far as
what my point is, I think after this one, I think we'll see a 1 in that win column.
It is the only one, only shot I got this half. So let's hope.
I look forward to the Lurg leapfrogging the Goats in the standings.
All right, well.
That would be something to behold.
And I think the Leather Pharaohs are just going to stay where they are. All right, so quickly, let's get on to our leaderboard here. How do I get to this?
That's what people really want anyways.
The Hall of Fame, I mean. Yeah, that's...
Now, I'm going to just say this ahead of time. Dirty Mike did kill a guy, but I don't know if it's going to show up because...
Ah, there we go, part 2.
I don't know if it's going to read it that way in the...
Yeah, I don't think it... Does it count as a kill for him? I don't think it does.
No.
But I think we should count it. Dirty Mike has 3 kills.
Well, no, then he could pad his stats just by eating all his goblins.
I think he has 2. I think he has 2 kills and a reward that was provided to him for his...
There you go. I'm going with Kevin on that one.
I will tried throughout this league, I think, 15, 16 times to eat a goblin, and he has failed every time.
Pretty Boy just looked tasty that day.
But that time, Pretty Boy was not, despite having the extra agility, he was not able to worm his way out of Dirty Mike's grip.
All right, so we skip most experience. We can see our 3 most experienced players in the league right here. They're Dirty Mike's boys and a goat. So let's move on to the most violent. Let's see. Well, we definitely have 3 separate. We have a first, second, and third here. So once again, Redosaurus holding on to that one because he's been that for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, so. He's got 5 strength. I gotta kill him.
Well, that's what we say about that's what we used to say about Zevon.
We have that top 10 or top 20.
Yeah, but how many?
You want to take
how many of the teams? Sure. How many of the teams in this league actually have a guy with Mighty Blow and Claw? Huh?
That is true.
I do.
That's right.
So, okay, just taking a quick look at the top 10. Who has the most guys on that list? I see 2 and 2 and 2. Oh, 3 Quangos, I think, aren't there? Or there, wait, 1, 2... No, only 2 Quangos.
The 2 teams squaring off this week have the top 4 spots locked up. I'm just interesting.
So it could be a very violent game. Is that what you're saying, Kevin?
Could be a very violent game.
All right, so that's our guys. Rhedosaurus, Dirty Mike, and Scarred Face are our most violent.
Go Scarred Face.
Best receivers. So there you go. We have a 1, 2, and 3 there. Still. So Richie Blackmore from the Metal Gods.
Oh, someone has finally surpassed Terrence Cramps. I'm actually happy about that because it's wrong that he's there.
Well, didn't he just take that top slot the last time?
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't hang on to it. Not when there's ball passing orcs around.
No.
I gotta say, I'm impressed that in a league with Skaven and Wood Elves, that the 3 best receivers are an Orc, a Nurgle Warrior, and a Norse Runner.
Good point. Good
we
point.
truly live in an age of wonders.
Where's the first elf? Let me just see here. There is no elf.
But there is a Skaven.
All right.
There's a lot of Skaven.
All right. I'm not even gonna look at the next 10. I don't want to see. Okay, serial kills. Hey, look at that, Dirty Mike. With 2.
Technically 3, but I'll let it slide.
Bunch of people with 1.
I agree with Kevin. 2 kills and then a lovely snack that was provided for him as a reward. Okay, intercepting. Yeah, those 3 guys all tied. Each of them has intercepted 1.
Incredible.
Yep, not much to see
And
there.
I think the interesting stat on that is I think I've thrown all those interceptions except the one by the computer team.
I think I threw that one, didn't I?
Yeah, I think
No,
you threw the
I
computer team.
No,
Oh no, I haven't played it. Oh, I haven't. Did I play it in the first half?
It was me.
Yeah, this is the second half Hall of Fame too. Anyway, so
I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure.
All right.
all right. So our biggest brutes.
I'll say
Okay,
again,
we
violence
have.
Violence is casualties. Biggest brutes is knockouts.
Yeah, and Vivian Campbell is top on that one, and then Gorgo and Godzilla are actually tied for second, as we can see.
Filthy lizards.
Horrible, filthy, gross lizards.
Slimy too.
Throwers.
That's what they tell me.
All right, so RJD, there's still a decent gap between him and the next one, but
Now again, in a team with Skaven and Wood Elves, our top 3 throwers are an Orc, a Hobgoblin, and another Nurgle player, a Pestigore.
okay, let me just put this to you though, or actually Peter, you're the one who brought it up. In a game where I fail every leap I attempt and cannot roll 3 or better, even with rerolls, why would I bother trying to throw a pass?
It's not a commentary on you, it's a
Yeah.
commentary on the kind of league we run here.
Yeah.
I pose to you, Dale, that the leaping's failing, throw the ball instead. You never know.
Yeah, it means you're due for a success.
A great success.
There we go. So Bob Loblin, and Jiminy Ricketts, number 2 and 3, with 34 and 32 yards. Okay, and our rushers.
Pete Fastlegs holding strong on that top spot.
Yeah, let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, yeah, he's holding on strong. He's got a big gap there, and so does Cindy Klopper. Though after her, we drop another over 50 to Logan there, and then things tighten up a little bit.
I bet if you look at the next page, we got one of my guys on there. Let me see.
Next page.
Oh, I really thought that Pretty Boy the Third would have been on there before he was unceremoniously chomped.
I wonder if he's destroyed. I think that just eliminates him from the database.
Maybe. That'd be very sad.
Which is sad and unfair, but we can only work with what we have. And there's our best passers with, of course, RJD with 5. And then a big tie. A bunch of people with 3. So Bob Loblin, and Much Tail Sniffer that we saw, but also Jiminy Ricketts is tied
I'll make
in
sure
there.
Jiminy Ayers went out against the computer.
And Naughty Nathan is in there in second as well. So congratulations. And the best scores. Okay, well, he came out of nowhere.
Who's that guy? I should kill him.
Oh, actually it's a 4-way tie, so Gigan is not in sole possession of first on this one.
Hey, Trainwreck's up there.
Oh, hey, look at that. Trainwreck's.
Look at that.
I've got a guy on the list.
Hit second list. I don't know. I want to see if I even have a guy in the second
All right.
list.
Do you? Yep.
Yeah, I'm
There's
noticing.
Cramps is there with you.
Yep, I
guys.
see.
I'm noticing a distinct lack of Pretty Boy the Third on this list, even though he scored a 4 or 5. So
Yeah, I think
Well, we
he's
have our answer.
gone.
I think that's the way that works.
He lives on an honored memory.
It's a horrible tragedy. They've expunged him from their data.
Yeah, his name is
They're trying
deleted
to
from
erase his
history.
memory.
Yep.
What really should have happened, Peter, is his stats should have gone to Dirty Mike, is what I feel should have happened since he's now.
That's true.
That's right, because he's absorbed his strength.
Yep.
To gain his courage.
And then most matches played. Well, look at that. They all played
Yeah.
5. Can you imagine?
Look at that.
And there we go. Our favorite, the best, the best punching bags in the league.
The proper player has taken the top spot on there.
Well, let's just double check the numbers. Make sure he's. Oh no, he's not top. He's tied with Ryan Bosling.
Who is out for this week, so most likely he will.
And then we finally, I finally have another guy in the top. Well, he's tied for third. I have Trainwreck is tied for third with being punched.
Mournful Joe got knocked out a couple times last game, so
Let's see how far that tie goes.
I finally have a player on this list. So I have 2 players now. Although I did play
It
Orcs,
really doesn't
so
find me.
I'm gonna do my level
Cricket's
best.
on there because he is like the only player I have capable of picking up the ball, so he's the one that gets hit a lot.
All right. Well, there you go. So I think that's our last one, isn't it? Yeah. Back to most experienced. So
Well, I guess
that wraps it up.
If we go to one thing, Dale, if we go to most experienced, because Pretty Boy should have been way up there, shouldn't he?
I don't know.
no, Pretty Boy was only level 3.
Okay,
Yeah, remember he was not the first Pretty Boy.
just to test the theory that that he's out of the Hall of Fame.
But if you want to take a look,
No, he wouldn't have been on there.
Yep, not there. So now we know. But that's it. That's the week. We can get things started. In fact, you know what? Here's what we'll do. Let's go back to our league.
I think what I'm going to do when we're done here is I'm going to load up the game and go look at the leaderboard in the other league to make myself feel better.
And I will confirm the round live on tape. There we go. It's done. Week 6 is now in effect. So everyone is free to play their games. I'll put up an announcement on Discord along with I made a copy of the schedule, so that'll go up. And this video will go up at some point, hopefully in the next little while, if I have the strength to upload it tonight. So
Maybe just rest up.
thanks guys for your participation and your valuable insights into this game in our league. We will see you guys on the field. Have a great week, everybody. And for me, Zim, and for you,
Kevin, Alpha Dark,
Ron?
Graz, Peter.
everyone have a great week. Thanks for being with us today.
may Nuffle favor you all.